What's up guys, Tommy Bowyer here from Movie Rewind, and today I will be reviewing Jurassic World. So without further ado, let's get into it. Jurassic World was directed by Michael Giacchino. It was released in 2015 and it is the fourth instalment of the Jurassic Park franchise. Now, I was 15 years old when Jurassic World was released, so I was the perfect age for this film really, which means that I always have fond memories of watching this film and enjoying this film. Now, on rewatch, it's not as good as I remember, but there is still a lot of positive things about this film. This is a spoiler review, so if you have not yet seen this film, please go and watch it before watching this review. Firstly, the concept of this film is great, and it was definitely the right direction to go down in the sense that Jurassic World is a successful park. Humans have mastered it. They've managed to breed dinosaurs in captivity and make them visible for the public, and I really like that idea. It works really well. There's a wide variety of dinosaurs in this film, which is great because you're always waiting to see what dinosaur they're going to introduce you to next. Plus, the CGI is amazing. This film has very strong CGI. None of it looks dated whatsoever. It all holds up really well. So they did a good job with the effects in this film. They really did. To be honest, I could spend the entire film just having a tour of Jurassic World because all of the park stuff and how it operates and how the attractions work is amazing. It was definitely the right route to go down, and it always brings a smile to my face when we see the characters go through this park and just kind of how excited they are to be exploring all these different dinosaurs. Where this film goes wrong is with its characters, in the sense that they're not as good as the original characters. You've got Bryce Dallas Howard as Claire and Chris Pratt as Owen. They're great actors, and I'm not faulting their performances. They did the best with the material they were given. I like Owen's character in the sense that he's trying to train the raptors. He's trying to understand them more, treat them as equals rather than just treating them as mere beasts. So I really do like Owen's character. The problem is we do not get enough time to develop these characters. And that is the problem here, especially Claire. Now, Bryce Dallas Howard does give a good performance, but Claire is just underdeveloped. I don't really understand what Claire's motives are, apart from she's trying to get investment to fund Jurassic World's future projects. So yeah, I really felt that her character struggled there, very underdeveloped. Saying that though, the best character in this film is Gray, portrayed by Simpkins, who gives such an enthusiastic performance. I love Gray in this film because he's just what any kid would be like if they went to Jurassic World. I mean, you're seeing real life dinosaurs. I love his enthusiasm. He excites the viewer as well. When you're going around all of the different attractions with him, his enthusiasm, it is infectious to the viewer. It really, really is. Saying that though, his older brother, not a massive fan, in the sense that he's portrayed as this kind of moody teenager, which, let's be honest, you're on an island with living dinosaurs. Even you would not be that moody. Now, as the film goes on, you get the sense that he is starting to come round and enjoy the place a bit more, which I like, but not all teenagers are moody. So that was a negative against that particular character. There are other characters in this film who are just so underdeveloped. They come across as two-dimensional in many ways. I mean, you have Simon Masrani, who is the owner of the park. He inherited it from John Hammond on his deathbed. Now, with John Hammond in the original, you understood his motives. He wanted to show kids something which wasn't an illusion. He wanted it to be real. And you kind of get the idea that Masrani really does believe in the same thing, but there's just not enough time spent with this character. He's kind of just there to question things and say, well, why hasn't this been done? Well, what's this? Well, what are you doing now? And then as soon as I start to like this character, he's killed. Now, he is portrayed by a fantastic actor. They could have done a lot more. He could have stood out, just like John Hammond did in the original film. But because he is underdeveloped, we don't understand this character enough for him to really stay in the viewer's minds any more than after his death. That also goes for Vic Hoskins, who is technically the quote-unquote villain of this film. Now, he has got somewhat of a motive. He's trying to train the raptors to use them in war zones, which I kind of get. But when you actually look at it, his plan makes no sense whatsoever. It just doesn't work. And then once again, he is another character that just gets killed. And you don't feel any emotion for his death whatsoever. And that actually is another thing. Deaths in this film don't have the same emotional weight that they had in the original. In the original, you understood every character. You understood what they stood for. So when they died, you felt emotion for some of those deaths, or even satisfaction in characters like Dennis Nedry's death, for example. In this film, characters die too quickly. There are so many deaths. There are disposable characters which are primarily just there to die. So death in here is treated as just a bit of fun, whereas in the original film, death had consequences. A large section of this film is taken up with the idea of the Indominus Rex, a hybrid biologically engineered which combined Tyrannosaurus Rex and Velociraptor in one form. Now, I like the Indominus Rex. I like the fact that we have a smart dinosaur that can outmaneuver humans at every single turn. There are some great scenes when the humans learn more about this creature to find out that it can camouflage itself, that it is smart, it's able to trick humans into enabling it to escape from its cage. So I like all that stuff. My main problem with the Indominus Rex is it really does cast a massive shadow over the rest of the film. It dominates screen time. I mean, even though this film has a wide variety of dinosaurs, they're always in the background. The Indominus Rex is the main goal. And I don't mind that, but every other Jurassic Park film has had a wide variety of dinosaurs who have all had equal screen time. In this film, the Indominus Rex, which doesn't even really exist because it's a hybrid, really does take up a lot of the attention in this film. Now, the actual concept of Indominus Rex is the most interesting aspect of the movie. The fact that even though they've got a successful park, even though they're making loads of money, shareholders demand more. And that's why the Indominus Rex is created. The idea that they wanted a creature with more teeth who's going to excite audiences and make profits even bigger. So I thought that concept of the film was great. The idea that the Indominus Rex was human creation. It was corporate greed. The idea that humans are never satisfied. They'll always be looking at ways to increase their profits. So in terms of that, I really liked the idea of Indominus Rex, even though it took up more screen time than I would have liked. My scene of the film, and it had to be the final fight scene between Indominus Rex, the T-Rex, and Velociraptor. Now, the T-Rex and Velociraptor, probably the two most recognisable dinosaurs from the Jurassic Park franchise. Seeing them team up to defeat Indominus Rex was a thoroughly entertaining scene. There's a lot of tension here which works really well. You have the characters there who are just trying to survive in this chaos, which is great. You want to see dinosaurs attacking one another, and it's great. The film deals with this really well. Plus, I love how Indominus Rex is eventually defeated, how the sea reptile comes out from the water and just eats it and kills it instantly. That is a great scene. Plus, I love the sign of respect between the T-Rex and Velociraptor at the conclusion of this fight scene. The fact that they kind of look at one another and there's kind of a sign of mutual respect there, and then they go their separate ways. I really liked that. I don't know why. It just said a lot about how the dinosaurs had worked together to defeat a bigger threat, and now they were satisfied. They showed each other mutual respect and then went their separate ways. The final fight scene is a lot of fun. It is the best part of the film. We even see the character of Claire kind of get some redemption in the sense that she releases the T-Rex in order to help the Velociraptor defeat Indominus Rex. So I've always been a fan of this fight scene. It's thoroughly entertaining and definitely the best scene in this film. So in conclusion, Jurassic World is a decent film. There is some great concepts here. I love the fact that it's an established island and we get to see how they managed to make it success. I think it says a lot about how corporate greed works in our society, how shareholders are never satisfied with the profits they get. They're always looking for new ways to increase their profits, and Indominus Rex is a great example of that. Love the final fight scene between Indominus Rex, T-Rex and Velociraptor. That is great, and it's great to see the T-Rex and Velociraptor team up to defeat a bigger threat. The main problem with this film is the characters. They just feel underdeveloped and a little bit bland. If you had the same level of development done on these characters that the original characters had on them, then I think that would have made this film so much better. But overall, this is a decent film. I would give it a silver ranking. Jurassic World, I would say, is the second best Jurassic film, after the original Jurassic Park, of course. I was 15 years old, as I've said. I was the perfect age for this film. It will always have fond memories of this film. So thanks for watching, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed my Jurassic World movie review. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe in order to receive great and maybe even improved quality content in the future. Now that finishes my reviews of the Jurassic films. There will be a playlist available on my channel which will have them all in there, as well as Fallen Kingdom, because I did see that film back in 2018 and did a review of it then. So that will be in the playlist as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another one. See ya!